Could you just oven cook a steak? You probably could.
You could. I don't know how it would taste.
It tastes fucking dire.
Yeah, you need to edit it though because I told him where I worked.
Where you worked. That's as far as my knowledge goes.
You don't know what Dungeons & Dragons is?
I also multiple games on multiple levels. Is it made up shit?
Dove, we should do a special episode where
All
we...
games are made up shit.
Dove.
Mousetrap.
It's not made up.
You trap mice. In
Someone
real life.
made it up.
In real life, you trap mice.
Not with a board game.
No, you don't, but you could.
Not with an elaborate trap that falls from the sky.
I'm trying to better myself.
What's going on, internet? How's it going? I'm Dan Howles.
AKA Dover.
And that is Dan Loder.
AKA Slowdy.
And this fine motherfucker in between us
Yes.
is Billy Smith.
AKA Meat Tray.
The
Yes.
fucking meat tray.
Meat tray.
So,
Which brings us nicely on to your topic. So what are we talking about today? What are you...
are we just fucking not
Oh,
doing the
right.
bit in the middle?
Okay.
Fuck you, no! Fuck this!
Every Monday, Wednesday and Friday...
Go on. No, go on.
We bring you an episode, roughly 30 minutes long, where we talk about a topic of conversation. Mondays, Dover brings it. Wednesday, I bring it. Friday, you bring it. Or as of this Friday today, Billy is bringing it on your behalf.
Representing.
You are represented
The
by
house.
Meat Tray. If you want your topic on the show, you can get in touch with us. Topics@2dshow.com is our email address. We're on Twitter @2D Show. We've got a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/2D Show. Or you can comment on one of our YouTube videos, which is youtube.2dshow.com.
He fucking nailed it. I did notice his eyes wander, but I didn't want to throw him off.
That was good.
Yeah, you fucking killed it.
tried
So
that
there we
at the
go.
end.
Do you want to do it now?
No, no.
Fuck it, go. We'll just have two plugs.
No, I'll plug at the end.
Yeah, remember that we used the hashtag chew it out, because you didn't mention it.
Chew it out.
But, you know,
Chewing gum.
She was out.
Chewing gum it out.
today is the Friday. Today is episode 15.
Wow.
Have only
You guys are far along.
we have uploaded episode 2, and that's how far we are ahead.
We're coming to you
films in
from the
advance.
past.
The future. No,
We're coming to you from the past.
Fucking hell.
it's a broadcast.
It's a past cast.
So,
Yeah,
Billy,
right.
meat tray
Episode 15.
is you.
I brought episode 15. I know you guys do too.
Did you need to get notes?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I'm gonna just ad-lib the shit out of this.
That's
And
fantastic.
you're gonna love
Go for it, Bill. I'm happy with
Because
this.
the last fucking 45 minutes wasn't just completely made up
That was
either.
all bullshit as
Red
well.
shift and blue shift, like. I love you.
There will be, I'm sure, at some point, an episode of why I'm called Meat Tray, but we're not going to get into that.
I need
now.
a whole
I
episode.
think we do.
Okay.
But Meat Tray,
2016 review.
yeah, in the review of 2016, we'll cover that.
Yeah, of an episode.
The Meat Tray topic for this evening is quite relevant. It is steaks or meat, mainly steaks, because we know that us two.
Rear
against
steaks.
him over there with the rear steaks.
Look, you're both fucking wrong, and I'm going to prove my point in a minute.
Right, so we were talking the other day, and we got onto the topic of how people like their steak cooked. I know it's very topical. Different people like different steaks.
So you just need different cuts.
Billy and I like rear steaks. I quite like rear steaks. I like it to be quite juicy and quite nice.
like 'em big. Sorry.
Dover,
There's a
however,
Madagascar 2 reference for all you people.
Steak shop.
likes the taste of leather. So
He likes to chew on a belt when he eats his steak.
yeah, he's a well done kind of
No,
guy.
let's leave my sexual preferences out of this, and let's just talk about steaks,
What about
okay?
just steak?
He likes the well done kind of thing. I don't know why. I
Right, let
think
me
it's
tell you
because
why straight up you're wrong. Right. Because you're having fucking raw meat that isn't cooked. There's all sort of bacteria on that, right? That's not healthy for
Covered
you.
back here with the last one.
But, right? People are like, oh, you're having a well done steak. Oh, you're having a well done steak. It's burnt. Oh, why would you? I'd rather eat leather. I'd rather eat some shoes. Fuck you, right? There is a difference between well done and burnt.
explain
Not
it.
much.
Then.
People just say like, "Oh, you've ruined a steak." I'm like, no, you're going to shit restaurants if you've never had a proper well done steak, aka the harvester. Because that's like, where else have I
have you
gone?
been that's had an awesome steak?
Okay.
If you,
I've done myself
are-
a few steaks.
there are places in the world, right? I went to France with the TA not so long ago. We did a tour in France. I think we had a musical tour. We ate out every night. One of the blokes,
Women.
I know, eh? We ate out one of the nights, and
No, 8 women. 8. That was a joke.
uh,
What's happening, Mrs. Meatry?
Mrs. Meat Tray.
Mrs. Meat Tray.
Sure, she's gonna love that.
Am I allowed to say her name?
Yeah, why not?
I'm not gonna.
No, right then. I'm not gonna either.
Let's leave it as Mrs. Meat Tray.
Anyway, we went out.
Hashtag this episode, Mrs. Meat Tray.
Mrs. Meat Tray.
What was it? Cock a squat or something?
Hashtag squat a cock.
Sorry.
Different
cuts of meat.
We went out and we ordered a couple of things. One of the blokes ordered steak, and then when they asked him, the language barrier was a bit shit. When they asked him how he wanted it done, he said, "Well done," and they just blanked him. Didn't write it down. Didn't acknowledge his existence. Just walked off. The chef come out, told him, "No, you're not having it well done," and went back in the kitchen.
That chef's a prick.
No, a chef knows how to cook a fucking steak.
He's a chef.
He walked out and said, "No, you're not having it well done." Alright, broken English, French. It was a bit of language, right?
Je m'appelle. No.
No.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. You wouldn't know how well done.
Went, no, walk back in the thing.
I don't think that's how it would be
That's
said.
how the technical difficulties banner is going at that
Right,
point.
Can we
okay.
get some language, like subtitles at the bottom?
Je m'appelle Croissant. My name is Croissant. We need some subtitles for this.
Also, we should have got a bit of a French interpreter on the go for this episode. Anyway, basically what happened, the waiter came back out, told him asked him again, "How'd you like your steak?" You can have it rare or medium rare. And that's as good as he got it.
So he couldn't be fucked to cook.
No, he said, "You are not ruining a good steak by having it well done. This is a good steak. I'm cooking. I am a chef in France."
Why do you want fucking? It tastes the texture of a not well done steak.
What's your password? Yeah, just type mine in. Thank you.
I'm gonna see my fucking iPad password on the internet.
Doomsday.
Oh, 7332. There you go.
iPad though.
Well, who knows?
Anyway, right.
Yeah,
The texture. Okay, I will
it's
agree.
fucking weird.
It's weird.
But
it's
like,
not
why is that
disgusting.
nice?
It
Like,
is.
no, I can imagine people who have it blue or whatever. Like,
That's too far.
No, but I understand that. You are going. Do you have it blue?
No, I don't have it blue. I'll have it rare.
I would
Fine.
order rare.
Rare, fine, okay. People who have it like that, I understand. Like, you got the full consistency. People are like, I'll have it medium well done. I'm like, so you just want it a little bit pink. You just want some food colouring in the middle of it to make it look pink.
There are a lot of variables on steak.
I don't understand.
so can I just, like-
They're like,
I
all right,
just-
so you can
can I
have it.
just
You can have it
ask-
blue. You can have it rare. You can have it rare medium.
Yeah.
You can have it medium. You can have it medium well done, or you can have it well done. But suddenly the fucking sixth one is like, no, you crossed the line.
No.
The other fucking five is
Right.
fine.
Can I just like well done? Like how? So no pink at all.
Preferably, but not burnt. Cooked through. There's a difference. I'm not going to Clark's and asking for some fucking Jack Daniel's sauce on a steak.
You are.
No, I'm not. I don't want leather.
But like,
You may as well walk up. Saying
like-
I'm
do you-
going to Clark's is like saying that you're walking up to a cow in a field and just taking a bite.
so are you looking for it to be like tender,
I
or are you
like.
looking like? Are you,
Is a
do
beef
you like it
burger?
chewy?
How would you define a beef burger? You go to.
Beef burger is well done. Like that is kind
But
of
it's
what I'm
juicy.
thinking.
It's nice.
That's also the different cuts of it. It's what they put in it. Like it.
A beef
different
burger is
way of
more
doing
like
it.
a beef burger is minced and reshaped.
It's a
isn't it?
patty, it's not the
Like,
same
it's
thing,
not
is it?
a steak.
Yeah, like nasty beef
Whereas
burgers.
a steak is exactly how it's cut. But
You're
a
on about
beef-
McDonald's beef burgers. Like, go to fucking like.
No, that's how
GBK
all
or
burgers
shit.
are just like minced beef that's just been like shaped into patties.
Yeah.
Because that's the difference between
They
a
go
steak
to a cow.
and a beef.
They get
and
a little
burger.
circle thing. And they just cut it out. That's it.
That's a steak.
It's a steak, and you have it rare.
You don't have it rare.
Right. Okay. At the opportunity of fencing a lot of people. 'Cause I know some.
Fencing.
Fencing.
We're fencing a lot of
We're
people
now
off.
fencing a lot of people. I know a lot of people don't like this word. I don't mind it. The word's moist. Right?
But no, just
right.
because,
my
just be.
steak moist.
How long do you cook your own steak, or
Yes,
have you ever?
yes.
How long do you leave it on the grill for?
2 minutes aside maximum.
Right, so I'm talking probably about 4
You're looking at more like 4 to 5.
or 5 minutes. Right? It can still be juicy at that point. There is still fat in a steak. There is still.
Looking like 6,
But it
7
would
minutes
be
for well done.
much juicier.
No, that's called burnt.
No, it's not.
You may as well just put yours on the fucking radiator for 30 seconds. Then you just want it slightly warm. Like fuck you.
That's blue.
I just put it under my arm for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's warm
leave it
enough.
there, so that's warm.
I literally like it to be warm all the way through, but I don't want it to start like turning brown.
You just want a cow with a suntan. That's it. Going back to suntans from our last episode.
Right, so because blue is once you get the pan hot, you let seal each side, don't you? That's blue.
Yes.
Once you've sealed each side, so the juices stop going. You know.
That's literally like less than a minute though.
Yes, it literally, as long as it takes to seal each side, that's blue.
Done. A little bit of seasoning.
Yes, that's blue. That's a bit too far for me. Rare is about a minute, maybe minute and a half each side.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is a minute and a half.
It is.
I think
We should probably have checked these times, but
keep talking anyway.
we'll come back to the times. Should we talk about different cuts as well? Because obviously,
Well, if you do that, then I need my iPad. I'm looking
a
at time.
steak is a different. Like, there's different types of steak.
Yes, there is. There's a lot of different types of steak.
I actually like obviously the most common cuts, rub and sirloin, are the one like your staples. Like they're the ones I can afford.
Yes.
Yes. I actually prefer
Right, so
rub steak to sirloin.
Sorry.
Even though sirloin is normally pricier.
Sirloin's pricier.
But I find
Rump is normally a bit fattier.
Yeah, I don't like fat. I cut the fat off my bacon.
I cut the fat off the rump steak.
I
but
don't
always
mind the
find
fat around the edge, but when there's in the middle.
I find the opposite. Like I find sirloin has more fat in the meat from. I don't know. Like again,
Who
I
buy
don't
the
know.
steaks from is the question. That's what this will come down.
Right.
Lots of
Okay. So
places.
what are you saying for a medium steak?
Medium is about medium is about 3 minutes aside.
Right. So you're saying blue minute to a minute and a half.
Yeah.
This is with a 3.5 mil thick fillet steak.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
rare 2.25, medium rare 3.25, medium.
Who's counting a quarter of a minute though? That's not
Three-
enough.
We're talking
3.5
about
millimeters.
With 3.5 millimeter thick steak. Centimeter. Sorry.
3.5 right. Okay.
That's probably about
I
a
was thinking- I was
fingernail.
like,
Yeah.
Like, that's, yeah.
That's more than that.
3 centimeters is probably. Well, if that's a centimeter,
I'd say that
probably
big?
like 3. Yeah, about there. Yeah.
It's about that big. That's a fat steak.
So those times
Big
are
measure.
quite high for that because like most steaks that you buy aren't like that thick. are they?
But it's saying for a medium that 2 centimeter sirloin is 2.25 minutes per steak. I would say 2.5 to 3 minutes is about medium.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yes, yeah.
You're talking like 4 minutes and shit. Like that would be my. I would say that's almost burnt. Like that's the high end. Do you want the cuts back up?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you want the cuts to
That's about the high end of how I would cook. If I was to cook a steak right now, just a normal fucking go to Morrison's, buy myself a steak.
Yeah.
3-4 minutes. That's literally
Aside,
it. Yeah.
aside, yeah.
I say that's well done.
Yeah.
It's not pink all the way through. I make sure it's cut. That wasn't the picture you had, was it? That one. I make sure it's done all the way through. There's no pink. I don't. I hate it when we go out for food and their steaks are bleeding. That's fucking disgusting. I'm like, oh no, it's the juices. I mop it up in it. I'm like, that's fucking gross. You're a fucking vampire, and you're proud of it.
But like chicken, you can't eat raw. Like you have to cook chicken until it's what you can't be going up some chicken and be like, I'd like my rare chicken.
No.
You will die.
Poultry,
Yeah.
you can't do.
You
You
can
can't do it with poultry. But
It's
you
white
can-
meat, isn't it? White meat you can't fit around.
But you can with red. That's strange. I find. You know, it's as an option. There's
It's like lamb you can fuck around with a bit.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah,
you can have like
You can pink lamb.
Pink lamb.
That's fine. I quite like lamb that's quite pink. But you don't like
Same.
pink meat.
I don't think I've ever had.
You don't like pink meat. You don't like steaks done properly.
Let's not get too far now. Let's talk about my sexual preferences again
I
now.
do like a bit of pink meat.
A bit of the pink.
wow. Okay.
Right.
4 cans and a vodka in it. That's
Right.
it.
So back to cuts then.
Right.
So what's everyone's favourite? What have people had and what do you think? Was
Right, I have no. I'm telling you now, I am a fucking half of these I've not even heard of.
Same.
I thought there was rump, sirloin, and
T-bone fillet.
oh fuck, I forgot about
ribeye.
I do
What
like
is T-bone?
It's just a giant.
That's the Flintstone steak, right? Where like it's like white in the middle and like and there's a little circle thing.
Yeah, it's a bone in there, funny enough. I'm just trying to find it on said. Talk amongst yourselves. T-bone steak. Found it.
Have you ever had a fillet steak?
Not sure.
Fillet steak is amazing. That's got to be my favourite. It's so expensive.
Do you
but it's
have
so
it
good.
with anything as well? You guys obviously we're having like chips and peas. I'm assuming.
I
Just
quite
chips.
like mine
I don't like
with
peas.
sweet potato wedges.
Yes.
I'm over sweet potato, and that's another topic. But like, I'm so fucking done with sweet potato.
Why? Sweet
I've
potato
just
is
gone
Dude,
onto
we
it.
got to a world where like I can go anywhere in the UK and be offered sweet potato.
One of the
Yeah.
other things,
Good thing.
on another tangent, sorry, where the fuck did pulled pork come from?
Pulled pork's still
Why
a
is it
beautiful
now
thing.
in everything?
Dude, you can go to Spoon and get a pulled pork burrito.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
The
really nice.
best.
But like, I can remember a time when pulled pork, I didn't know what it was,
No.
and it just appeared
It
on
just
every
there.
menu everywhere.
And in overnight as well. It wasn't like
And
it
then
phased
KFC
through.
came out with pulled chicken, which was just thoroughly
KFC
underwhelming.
fucked that up. Like, don't fuck with pulled chicken. It's gross. It don't taste nice.
What is pulled chicken? Just pulled beef.
Literally,
Pulled pork, but
you know
with
how you do
chicken.
pulled pork, right? It's basically basically slow cooked and pulled apart, so it's
chicken.
just with chicken, and it's not nice.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck with
Because
that.
pork's like got very different like fat content, isn't it? So it just
Yes.
works to pull apart, whereas chicken
It's
is
not
quite
juicy.
like.
Well, how many times have you had ribs and it almost fall off the bone?
Yes.
That's what pulled pork is,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Anyway, so we're talking cuts
So,
here.
right, T-bone steak. Right, T-bone steak is part of the short loin part of the
What's a loin being the crotch?
loin being about rib area,
Oh,
right? Not loin.
loin. But like when you
burning
hear
loins.
like by
Yeah, I
burning
know.
loins.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not that. See the arrow pointing. This will be on the screen. We will put this on.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
You
Thanks
will
for
put
having
this on,
me more work.
Um,
All right, where on this beast is what though? Head by here. Head.
Yeah.
yes, head up
Front
here.
leg,
That's
back
the
leg.
neck.
Thank you. All right, right. So we're
You're gonna
talking.
have to arrow all these as well. Just saying.
What?
You're gonna have to arrow these. So as I'm pointing at the front leg,
Oh, fuck
I want a
you!
green arrow pointing to the front leg, and I want a red arrow.
Where's
pointing
the pen
to the back
gone?
leg. Okay.
Right.
I've lost the pen. There is no pen.
Right.
So,
So
right,
you know,
who
if
needs
you're
notes?
watching those, you said beef patties, right? Are a little bit more juicier. That's because they come from the rump area, from the arse.
Well, I've only ever had rump steaks, if I'm being honest.
Right.
Maybe had once or
Oh,
twice.
dude, I know it's expensive, but get yourself a fillet steak.
I may have once or twice had other steaks. I'm not going to say I haven't. I'm not going to rule it out.
No.
But I'm pretty sure 95% of my steaks have been rump. And I'm fine with a well done rump steak.
You are fine with the well done rump.
Bite some ass. 2016.
You're gonna have some rump.
You got to eat some ass at one
Goodies
stage.
maths. Okay.
I would like to go back to the whole
Hashtag eat some ass.
There we go.
add to the list.
Hashtag Mrs. Mitre eats some ass.
This is
Eat some ass, Mrs. Mitre.
I almost said earlier hashtag Mrs. Beach squat the cock, but I didn't.
Squat the cock and
I
eat
did
some
just
ass,
then.
Mrs. Mitre.
Mrs. Beach Anyway,
You
going
and
back to the
Mrs.
whole,
Mitre are going to have a wonderful evening.
we have got it all in store for us this evening.
You are definitely not going to be out playing Pokemon Go.
You've got to be
Honestly.
glad she's not here right now.
Mrs. Meat Tray is going to watch this and kill me. Going back to the whole colour thing.
Do you reckon she's going to watch these 3 episodes? She better.
I'm going to watch them. I'm in them.
Good.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying
He hasn't watched a single one. He's been in all fucking 16 or whatever it is now.
I mean, yes, I have internet. Of course I have.
You've watched everything.
He's
once.
not edited anything.
You've just turned up,
But
got
that's
all the glory
because
and left.
my last
Go
foray
on.
into editing ended disastrously.
What was your last throwaway of it? Vodka.
Where you're coming from with like the whole, it doesn't have to be dry. It can be moist for it to be well done. I understand that. Like you can still.
I like
there's bit of
I
flavour.
like a wet steak,
Yes.
if you will.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I just think sometimes, like we were saying, just on the
I like
on the gap
it's the
in between.
texture of the meat that I like from.
That's the worst
rare.
bit for me.
Yeah.
I really like the.
I
It's
will-
kind of like chewy, but in a soft chewy.
Do you
not
like
chewy
coconut?
and like a hard.
No.
Like
ish.
actual coconut.
No.
Yeah. Oh
so
yeah. Like,
I find I like the taste of coconut, but not the texture. It's like too rubbery. I definitely freak out more over texture than taste. Don't fuck with many vegetables because of it.
Right. Okay.
So maybe that's what it is for me.
Maybe that's what it could
Maybe
be.
it's like I can't get past this sloppy cardboard texture
but
to
you would
enjoy
probably
the
find
taste.
that you would really enjoy the taste of like.
But I've
taste-
eaten most of the variety of steak, and been like, I like a burger. I like.
Would you prefer a burger over a steak, or is it mood dependent?
That's a question, like, because burgers also come with so much shit. You don't just get a burger, do you? You get a cheeseburger with bacon and some fucking
yeah,
other
yeah,
shit
I
on
get
it.
it.
and some
Some
pulled
top.
pork.
Pulled pork.
But like,
Pulled pork steak.
when was the last time you just had a hamburger?
Plain hamburger. No
Plain,
cheese,
no,
nothing.
no ketchup, onions,
No.
cheese,
I can't remember.
bacon, anything. Fuck.
Cannot
Years
remember.
Burgers
ago.
are like accessorized, aren't they? It's just
I like
steak.
that customizable
But I
factor
suppose
of the
one
burger.
thing you could like attribute that to with steaks is sauce, because like lots of steaks.
The
come
Jack
with a
Daniel's
sauce.
barbecue sauce, bro.
Jack
That's the
Daniel's
one.
It's the only one.
Are you on Jack Daniel's as well?
Yes.
I'm not. I don't
Baby,
like a sauce
baby.
with a steak. I don't like any sauce with my steak.
You don't like.
What?
You don't like a
Don't
bit of Tommy
ketchup.
K.
No.
You gotta have ketchup and Jack Daniel's sauce. That's how it goes.
No. If I had a sauce,
well,
if
yeah,
I had the
I
Jack
don't
Daniel's sauce, I
You don't
wouldn't
go
put
both?
it anywhere near
I
the
go both.
steak. I would only use it to dip chips in.
No.
Does not get used much. I just
What
want the
chips do you
taste
go
of
with
the
your
steak.
sauce? Well, sorry, what chips do you go with your steak?
I'm a skinny chip kind of guy. I don't like thick chips very much. But I would
So you're
probably go for
fries.
sweet potato
More
chips.
fries.
Sweet potato fries would be my ideal.
Okay, I'm done with sweet potato.
I love sweet potato fries.
I'm just
I
getting
really
into
love-
sweet potato. Like, I am behind.
You are 4 years behind.
I am
me.
behind.
Say I've only it's only in the last couple of months I've got into sweet potato fries.
Dude, like I've been on the sweet potato train for like 2-3 years, and I'm like,
I just love the,
no
like,
matter where
crispy
you go,
outside
sweet
and the,
potato
like,
fries always taste the same.
I went to today. I went to
I
TGI
like
Fridays. Other restaurants are
Today?
available today. I was in Cardiff.
But Bill,
We went out for food.
the gym.
I know, but right, it's TGI Fridays. Right, so I wanted to be good, so I got a burger, some Jack Daniel's wings, and I got sweet potato fries with my burger. It was an upgrade. It was only 99p. I thought, fuck it, I'll
Of course
upgrade.
it is. It's only ever 99p.
I'll upgrade. Would you have not done that? Would you have just stuck with chips?
Yes.
See?
If they had
would
cheese
upgrade.
chips or some shit, I would have done that.
Yeah, cheese chips,
Yeah.
but I couldn't bring myself in.
I
to
tell
do
you
I
what
love
does do
cheese
good
chips.
cheesy chips is Smokehouse in
Yes.
Cardiff.
So last time I went to Smokehouse.
we can talk about this. Like, I mean, we can like plug restaurants.
More or
So,
less.
it's not doing them any
Dude,
damage.
Smokehouse deserved the fucking plug.
That is a really nice place. It's,
But however, to contradict what I just said, went to Smokehouse, had the mixed grill. Everyone goes on about the mixed grill. It can feed 2 people on your take shit home. It was so much food. It was definitely quantity over quality.
Yeah.
It was so much
I felt
food.
like that with my. It was a really nice burger, but I thought I would have been happy if this was like
So first time I ever went to
like
Smokehouse,
2/3 the size.
I had a salty dog hot dog, which is, if you don't know, foot-long hot dog,
Yep.
literally battered in like salt batter.
Oh, right, yeah.
I like that.
I don't like battered sausage.
with almost like a sweet like a sweet barbecue sauce drizzled over the top, right? Really nice. They asked me, "Do you want a double?" I was like, "Double fried? Yeah. I want batter on batter. I'm not here for fucking counting calories.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
No, 2 foot-long hot dogs, and I was
Huh.
like, "Oh, I fucked up. No, this is too much."
I said the wrong
Because
thing.
you only have one bun, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you basically got a foot-long bun and then 2 foot-long hot dogs, crisp like on an X across his bun, and you're like,
Ah.
I can't eat all this. And you got chips, and you got something else as well, and it's like this is way too much. So yeah, Smokehouse, good food, but it's definitely quantity over quality.
But, like, Sherelle or Mrs. Meat Tray.
Do you want me to beep that out? I can beep it out.
Yeah, believe it out. Mrs. Meat Tray, don't believe it with the Mrs. Meat Tray though. She's gonna leave it down there. Mrs.
As always,
Meat
we'll
Tray-
never know who she is.
You'll never know who she is. She will order a steak wherever we go. Like,
Is
wherever
it?
we go, she'll have a steak.
Who doesn't like steak?
No?
No, which
No.
is a shame. She doesn't like steak.
Really? Like I said, we went to TGI Fridays today. I had to convince her to get the ribs. She walked in, opened the
Really?
thing, and I was like, oh, I fancy Jack Daniel wings to start. She said, I don't like stars. I want a burger.
Do you not
and
have
this-
starters? I would take a starter over dessert any day.
No, I'm a dessert guy.
Right there.
No.
Yes, if
No.
you go in, you have some nachos.
No.
Because fuck yes, nachos. You have your main, you feel full, and you walk out and you pay the bill.
I don't like nachos.
Who the fuck are you?
I don't like nachos.
Get off! There's
Bill.
a door.
Bill,
Just leave.
Bill, I don't think it's that you don't like nachos.
Nachos.
I just don't
You have
think
the
you've
right
ever had
nachos.
good enough nachos.
I will make you nachos.
Good point. That is a good point. I haven't tried enough nachos to be like, I don't
What are you
like,
doing?
I don't like nachos.
We come to our show, fucking what? Guys, we've gone fucking long on this.
Well,
We were-
127 we started, wasn't it? So we're on 150 now. So
Yeah,
we're
we got a bit of time.
we're like 20
We got a bit
minutes
of
in.
But like, so go back to it. She said, "Oh, what shall I have?" She said, "Do I want a burger?" No. I'll have a steak. I said, "No, get something else. Have some ribs. We're in TGI Fridays. They do good ribs." Right? She did the beef short ribs. It comes like 3 big ribs, effectively.
Yeah.
It was like 3 big ribs, right? But I convinced her out to get
Where
a
is
steak.
this TJ's? Sorry.
TJ's, yeah. So I had to convince her out again a steak. Wherever we went out, we stayed in a hotel Tuesday night. For tea, she had a steak. And she
Oh.
will have a steak wherever she goes. She just likes steak, which is fine.
Good on her.
Good
How
on
does
her.
Sherelle have a steak?
She has a steak rare. Again,
Ah.
she's with us. She's a woman of good taste. She
So you
has
can
it
argue
rare.
that she's like a connoisseur of the race
She
steak.
is a connoisseur of steak. Of the meat.
Where's the
meat
best
tray?
steak?
Mrs.
So-
Meat Tray knows what she likes.
On the subject, where's the best steak you've had?
My own. I know that sounds really
I do
selfish,
like-
but
I'm
like
gonna actually-
Harvester,
I'm gonna
I've
plug-
gone so far off Harvester.
I'm gonna plug an independent business.
Go in the
There's
camera.
a pub out near Chepstow, if you're watching this internet, called the Rock and Fountain, right?
That's ROCK
Single-handedly,
space AND
hands
space
down, Do not
FOUNTAIN.
pass go. Do not collect £200. The best steak
I'm
I've
drunk as
ever
fuck.
eaten. I had a sirloin steak, and I had it rare, and I swear I blacked out after the first mouthful because it was that good.
Really?
I just inhaled the whole. I can't remember eating it. I just remember feeling wonderfully happy.
So when you guys have good food, do you eat all at once or do you try and savor it? Because
I can't help myself. I stop
I'm
it.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm really
Inhale.
bad at sort of delayed gratification.
Yeah. I just
I'm
inhale.
very much like, oh my god, this is amazing. I was like, kept to
You
my
almost
chest
want
saying,
2
Jenny,
plates
this
just so
is
you
not-
can keep eating.
I was like, I'm ordering another one. I'm gonna do it,
I'm gonna do it.
and it was amazing. It was the
Went to
best
the
steak
Horse
I've
and
ever
Jockey.
had.
Oh, that is such a good pub.
Maybe my
Yes.
best steak.
Yeah. They do good food in general. They do a lot of good food.
Yeah, expensive.
Have you had the mammoth rack of ribs? Now, they are
No, I've
ribs
seen
I
them.
will order every day of the week.
Yeah.
I don't like ribs because the problem I got with ribs is I either eat with my knife and fork or I eat with my hands. I don't do both. I got to change because my knife gets barbecue sauce on it, my fork gets on
okay.
my
Why are you
and
using
then-
knife and fork with ribs?
No, that's what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is normally with ribs, like not up there, normally with ribs, is you pull the bone apart and then sometimes you've got to cut it because it's gristly at the end.
Nah, bruv.
I don't like ribs because of the gristle sometimes at the end, and then there's not enough meat between the bones to warrant having
Let me tell you what you do. You pick the ribs up with your hands. Right? No knife and fork. No fucking
the whole
knife.
rack. Because it comes in one rack.
Ah, I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Cutting them up.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind eating the ribs with my fingers, but you've got to cut the ribs separately into individual ribs of meat.
I get what you're saying.
But I don't
thought
want to
you
cut
meant-
them all and then eat my meal. I want to just get in there.
That's probably what you should do.
Cut them all first, and I have individual things.
That's what you do. You next school up and you say, "Oh, Trish, the waitress." You say, "Oh, Trish, come here. Trish, I need a steak knife." She's like, "What are you doing, ribs?" I'm like, "I'm the customer. Customer's always
Steak
right.
knife.
I need a steak knife. Use a steak knife first.
Cut them all.
Eight
That is a
incisions.
sharp as fuck steak knife.
8 incisions, because usually you get about 6-8 ones, right?
It's just like it's
Medical
fucking-
term.
Then you just fucking go to town.
Yeah.
And if you need to cut them off, you use your gristle and shit. Steak knife, not your fork and knife, because then if you
Yeah.
have sides and shit that you don't want to just put your hands
I never
into.
have sides. Like, I
always-
garlic bread, which is the hand thing. You don't cut up your garlic bread like before.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Also,
What do you have for sides? What is it on sides? Garlic bread and that's it. That's all I have to
Wow.
go.
Ooh.
I've just
Sides and
realised sides are always hand food.
Yeah.
Onion rings,
Yeah.
maybe chips, or garlic bread.
Yeah.
Prawn cocktail.
Fingers food.
A prawn cocktail.
What?
It's a starter.
It's not
What
a
are
side.
sides?
Oh,
And you don't use a.
Also, fuck prawns.
I don't like prawn cocktail.
No, no,
That's-
do I.
just playing devil's advocate. You know, just trying to
Catering for the masses. What you doing?
Coleslaw. That's a side.
Fuck coleslaw. Fuck you if you like
Do you
coleslaw.
not like coleslaw?
I don't.
love coleslaw.
I hate coleslaw.
2D stance on coleslaw is we fucking hate
Hate
it.
it.
It's just carrots and onions.
So on that logic,
And
In mayo.
fucking some sort of
In
white
mayo.
shit.
hang on, so
Mayo.
our logic
Mayonnaise.
on... Hang on.
Mayonnaise.
I may have just won this whole topic. Your logic...
One. As soon as a competition. Go on, Bill.
Your
Whoa.
whole
Whoa,
logic
right, hang on.
you said our 2D response to coleslaw is we hate it because us two hate it. The 2D
No, I
response...
do. I'm bigger than Slody here. I can take him. I'm fine.
But I agreed with you, so it's 2-on-1.
Okay.
He might have a knife. He could shiv you. If I come from behind,
He
don't see
knows
it coming.
where to insert. As a hitman, he knows where to
Where he's
fucking.
inserting this shiv, right? It's 2 against 1. On that logic,
If you get stabbed, I'll take him. Like while he's stabbing you,
Yeah.
I'll just take him down.
exactly. On that response, the 2D show's way of cooking steak is rare. 2 against 1.
No! No!
He's got the shiv. and I'm now on his side.
Ooh.
Bill!
That was a plot twist.
We were homeboys.
On coleslaw, mate. Who likes coleslaw?
Fucking coleslaw.
I love coleslaw.
Oh, back to this.
Fuck, man. So,
I dropped something.
dude, everything's been dropped. Including the quality.
The topic of
The
steak.
quality.
I can't. So to
So-
summarise, we don't like coleslaw. We like raw steak.
Yeah, I found
Raised
it.
I
steak.
don't understand how, though. Like, we got a few minutes left. Like, how do you... I don't understand why you enjoy it.
That's the same thing
texture
of
is it
saying,
for me.
do you like squid rings?
No.
I hate squid rings.
They're
There are
rubbery.
people out there that eat squid rings.
Squid rings
I-
are fucked up.
I like the taste.
People
I
like
the taste of
coleslaw.
it. I like
They
the
can.
taste. The reason I like it is because I like the taste of it, and I like the texture. I like the kind of like soft, chewy.
Oh, of
texture
coleslaw or squid rings?
of
He's on the steak now.
Oh.
And I thought that was done.
What?
So that's why I go for a rare steak over a well done steak, because it's the other thing I suppose is like restaurant preference. Like, yes, I can imagine you can get well cooked, nicely cooked, well done steaks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice is what he said.
You can get nicely cooked, well, but there is so much. Like it's so variable where you go, and
But don't go to bad
but
restaurants.
it's why I order like rare instead of like medium.
But like, I
rare.
don't. If I'm going to TGI's, or I'm trying to think around here which would do steak. If I go to I don't go to Harvester anymore because Harvester's a fucking joke,
Yeah.
right? But if I went, I wouldn't order steak because they don't know how to cook a well done steak.
Right.
I like well done steak.
But that's what I mean. Like well done, like tends to because there
Be
is that
burnt.
stigma around.
Another-
Like, oh, you just want a boot. Like
No,
people
no.
tend to give you a boot.
Yeah. So you went to a French restaurant and they were like, "No, fuck off."
Yeah.
That's a bad chef.
No, that's a good chef because he is that is his profession.
Don't offer it.
That is
don't
his
cook
profession.
steak.
It's his profession, correct?
Would you ever go to someone and be like, right, I'm meant to install metal pipes here instead of copper or something, right?
Yeah. If it was the wrong thing for the client, yes, I would say no. I don't think you're right there.
But
As would I in my job.
if they had, if they asked for a garrote wire instead of poison, I'd give them the poison.
Look, I could shiv you, but I've got a gun straight to the head. Fine,
More simple
no problem.
answer.
What's it going to be?
In both our professional opinions, if something is not right,
No, right. So I work for a brewery industry.
are you allowed to say where you work?
I just did.
Well, brewery is very, very, very.
I work for a beer technical services, right? And someone calls in being like, my Estrella is on CO2, right? Oh, no, sorry, my Estrella is on 60-40 gas, which is 60-40% carbon dioxide, 40% oxygen, which that didn't make any sense, but 60%
get it,
CO2, 40%.
Yeah.
Estrella, as a brand spec, should be on carbon dioxide solely.
100%.
100%, right? There are probably about 6 instances in my head that I can think of where the right cellar temperature, pressure in the bottle, all this sort of stuff, lets it work and pour to spec on 60-40.
Yeah.
So if this person could not get 60-40 and needed Estrella, I know of ways to get that to work.
I know of ways to get sentences.
So
to work
if
that
someone
aren't right.
was to be like, I need a well done steak, I wouldn't be like, well, fuck you, you cunt. No. I'd be like, okay, just know what you're getting. Like, you know what well done is. You asked for this. I'm going to do it to my best of my ability. If that chef is saying, like, I will not cook a well done steak because it is burnt, that chef does not know how to cook a well done steak.
I sort of agree with your argument in a way, because I think if that chef is going to refuse to cook steaks, they shouldn't ask how do you like it cooked. It should just come as it comes.
It's almost similar. This may be a little bit too close to home, so if you need to bleep this, let me know. If someone's allergic to penicillin, you can't be like, well, fuck it, you're on penicillin.
No, you can't.
But you're not allergic to a rare steak. That's not the same thing.
No, I'd order the fucking mac and cheese and be happy about it if they can't cook a well done steak.
So to summarise, order mac and cheese instead. Right, we
Don't
are
order
now
a
at the
steak.
half an hour mark.
Fuck it!
Let's keep going.
Oh, do you want to cut this?
No, we can keep going.
It's a really good idea then.
Go on.
I forgot to keep doing this.
Weather?
Well
Raining.
done steak. Right. So people go on about how well done steak has this rubbery texture.
It's just because, like, most
leather,
places you
is
go,
what people
like,
say.
misinterpret well done to mean
go on.
nuke.
Well, I've got my thing, so I'm going to say what I
Bill,
think.
go.
When you go to a restaurant,
Here you go.
when you this view's out home as well.
look in the fucking
this
lens.
is to you, and you too as well, but really you too.
No, then.
You don't... Can't say...
This is
This is
purely
your-
to you.
this is
You
your
can
night.
comment. Please comment. That's really
This is your
distracting.
night.
Before you lose it, go.
If you go to a restaurant and you want to have steak, but you like a lot of places you don't know how they're going to cook it. We had this conversation before we walked in about prep,
Yeah.
about what a conversation. Would you order it one like notch lower or one notch higher? Because if you go like I like my
Depends what I've heard.
you've never walked in this place before.
But if someone told me, being like I wouldn't go. So there's a place around here called the Stuffed Dormouse. You guys
Yeah,
heard of
yeah,
it?
up Clear.
Right, yeah. And I've never been, but people tell me that they do all this sort of good stuff, right?
Yeah.
If someone had been like, but they tend to do their steaks on the high, like
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
so-
yeah, yeah.
If I ordered well done, that's burnt.
Yeah.
I would order medium rare. Medium
but
well done.
As like
But,
a general
I suppose,
topic,
like, as a general...
If I had
say
no
you
idea,
don't know-
I would just ask for well done. And if I didn't like it, I would say no, this is not done well. I'm very much.
are you quite a talky person?
So Sarah's not. Sarah has a go
Whereas
at me.
I would order rare, because if I ordered medium rare and it came like more medium than rare, I'd be upset. So I ordered rare.
Would you eat a
'cause
medium
I would rather
steak?
eat a rare steak than
I wouldn't eat a medium steak. I would say, no, I think that's a little bit too well done.
It's a mistake.
But what I would do is it's a mistake. I always order it lower. So like I will
Yeah, same.
I will eat
What's
a
lower
rare.
than rare?
I will eat a rare two.
Well, that's what I mean.
I'll have a cow, please.
Just plonk. I will
suppose,
eat like a rare to medium rare. Medium rare is as high as I'll go. If they brought out a medium rare steak, I would eat it. I wouldn't complain.
What's your preferred steak?
Rare.
Rare.
So, but you can't go lower than a rare.
No, what I'm
They
saying is
won't
I
go-
would order a
blue.
rare. I would order a
blue thinking
rare.
They won't do it rare enough.
I would
I would be
order a
happy with
rare.
like a medium rare.
Yeah.
If their rare was like
so,
more.
if you're in a
medium rare.
restaurant, right? Any restaurant in the world, right?
Yeah.
And you order something, a rare steak, a medium rare steak, whatever, and it comes the notch above or the notch below, not what you want. Will you say something?
Depends how bad it is.
I'm quite passive, so I would just eat it. And then never go there.
See,
again.
I will say something.
cry when I
Sarah
get home.
has got me. She'll be picking at the food, being like, look how burnt these chips are and stuff. I'm like, we're here for 45 minutes and shelling out
If it was
60,
like,
70, 80
if it was
quid
a
in some
massive
places.
Problem. If if they were like burnt chips, I'd be like, no, these chips are like
I'm going to just
really burnt.
say something right now, right? I'm taking this to the camera, right? There is no industry in the world where you can be there for less than an hour and they take 60, 70, 80 pounds of your money, right? That does not happen.
Prostitution.
Are you taking less?
No, I'm just thought. You said there was none. I thought there was a.
It wasn't
a debate.
But like, I don't understand when people will have food that they don't like, physically do not like, and be like, I just won't say anything. I'm like, no, you are paying
For
fucking
service.
30 quid for this
If it
meal.
was to the point where I couldn't eat it, then yeah. If I was going to enjoy it, but maybe not
Well,
enjoy it as much,
Sarah.
like.
She won't say anything. And when I'm like, well,
But if
let's
it was
say
like
something,
inedible,
it's just-
like if the chips were inedible, like I'd be like, sorry, I can't eat this.
But
If
what
it was
I
that
don't
I couldn't
understand
eat it, that would be different.
is when people are like,
But if it would just be like I'd eat it, and I'd be like, yeah, that was alright, you know, I prefer it that, but you know, I wouldn't say anything at that point. I'd just be like, yeah, whatever.
I don't understand when people
I can't be asked to just like wind people up.
picking at their food, like fucking pulling it apart, being like, oh, this is bad. Waitress comes over, or waiter comes over. Everything okay with your meal?
Yes, darling.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, no, that was your one chance. You got to say anything. Now
They're giving you a veto
you've
on it.
said it's not good.
Yeah. Also, they only ever come over when I've got a mouthful of food as well.
Yes.
On
that's it.
purpose.
On purpose. I know this. I
I
caught a woman
Oh, oh, no.
Frankie and Benny's. I had my mouth there eating my burger. Took a massive chunk full. I looked up and she was smiling, walked towards me, and my whole response was, that's all I can do. Then a mouthful of food. Thumbs up. What more can you do? She didn't even ask. She just nodded in response and carried on walking. There's no point of stopping.
But did you enjoy your food?
Yeah, it was a good point. That's not what I'm trying to say. But the point is, they only ever come over to you when you've got a mouthful of food, and you actually can't. Because they don't stop. They're walking. They go, "Is everything okay?" Yeah, good. Thanks. But I keep walking. They don't stop long enough for you to say, "Oh, is that okay? Is everything okay with your food? Would you like another refill?"
They should do though.
They
Like, most
should.
places should do.
But
They
a
should
lot of
ask-
people don't, do they?
So, and this is a very much another topic, but customer service in a restaurant makes all the fucking difference.
Oh, yeah.
All the difference.
Yes.
Like,
a lot.
if you have a waiter that acts
You
like
can
you are
save a bad
inconveniencing
situation
them.
with good customer
Like,
service.
we don't have a tipping culture in the UK. Like, we don't. Like,
No.
some people do. I have tipped before because, like, you are fucking awesome.
I will tip if they make the night or the meal or the experience better.
So we tip my parents.
I would tip. I tip as a rule. and
They
I-
work
But
for a
why?
living. They work for a living.
Why?
I just.
Do you
it's
get
just the
tipped
way
in your
I-
job?
it's
Do you get tipped?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
It's
And
just
I
the
would
way-
say yours is
You
slightly...
just kill that person and walk away and, like, no
Well,
one
yeah.
knows.
I mean, like, you know, the pay is the nose for it anyway. Like, I mean, it's a couple of grand a hit. Like,
Do you get tipped in your job?
Very,
No.
very, very rarely, and if I do, it's like a fiver.
Do you actually get tipped?
I have been tipped like 2 or 3 times.
I don't.
I
do
have
much. Like,
never
I don't
once
agree. I don't think.
had an incentive in my job. My incentive was that guy didn't swear at me on the phone. Like, oh,
That's-
well done.
yeah.
Well done, you.
But
The joys of working in fucking customer service.
Yeah.
I don't tip. I don't believe in like a, you know, like a 50. I must tip 15% because I've spent this much. It'll be like a couple.
But that's
of
an American thing, dude. Like,
It's whatever change you've
I
got.
don't tip. Yeah,
but
I
no, an American
leave a
thing,
tip.
because I could be talking out my ass, or at least from a different, like, sort of era, but at least that I know, American waiters and waitresses don't get a wage, right? They live on tips.
No, they do get a wage. They
No,
just have a
they
lower
they
wage.
have a wage. It's
Is
just
it?
quite. I think their minimum wages are quite
Oh.
different
Like,
to ours.
wait, they will get the bare minimum, and then they survive on tips.
So they need tips.
Yes, they need tips to make the... They do get paid, but it's not a lot.
None
Again,
of us
if
here
you're watching
are
this
on
in San
minimum
Francisco,
wage.
No.
You're not on minimum wage.
No.
None of us here are on minimum wage. I'm quite close to it, but I'm not on minimum wage. And it is like a week from payday, and it's like, fuck, pay me already.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine being on the bare minimum that the government allows and being like, well, have fun. Like,
As an apprentice, you're allowed to be paid legally if some way...
£3.50 or
£2.50 an hour.
wow.
You have to be a certain age, and you have to be only... It's
like 16 or some shit.
But there is a legal point where someone can be paid £2.50 an hour to be an apprentice, and they get the worst jobs on site. They work the hardest as an apprentice. You get all the shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, you get paid £2.50.
But, you know, you got scrap.
Yeah, you get scrap, yeah. Not anymore we don't.
Do you beep that out?
No.
Okay.
They know we don't get scrap because they're nicking it.
cunt. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Friday show. This has been the meat trays topic. Remember, you can follow us at 2D Show. You can email your topics at topics@2dshow.com. Follow us on Facebook, which is
I've just had a thought.
facebook.com/2D Show.
Carry on.
No, go
I
on.
was gonna say, I had a thought. Why don't we say you can email your topics to topics@2dshow.com?
Wow. You can email your topics to topics@2dshow.com.
What were you saying before?
You can email your topics
The
at
double at
topics
was
at.
fucking me up.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's also at 2D Show.
Yeah.
It's like email your topics at 2D Show at.
Or you can
like-
tweet us on @2dshow.
No, I like tweet us at 2D Show. And then email your suggestions or topics to.
topics@2dshow.com. Sorry, we're just like, we should have done this before we started.
Oh, hello. How's it going? Don't worry about them. They'll be fine. I'm from the future. Just to tell you a quick thing. As you may or may not know, every Friday show comes with a song from now on. This is the second one. So if you watched last Friday, you would have seen that one as well. But I was a little too drunk to correctly get all the information. So, quick insert, just to let you know that this song comes from Hannah Watkins. And you can find Hannah Watkins at www.soundcloud.com/Hannah Watkins. And Hannah is spelled Hannah. Well, and Watkins is spelled WATKINS. So HANNAHWATKINS. And this song is a cover of the Anne Marie song Alarms. I think it's Anna Marie. I'm not too sure, but I don't really want to do a whole nother take. So, you know the song Alarms? There goes the alarms. I know it's too perfect. I'm going to get a copyright strike. But this is her version. That's even better than mine. So go over to SoundCloud, show us some love, and, next Friday, one of you talented motherfuckers give us a song, because this is what it's all about. Peace out! A-Town down! That's an outtake. We've recorded Hannah Watkins in the past. Do you want to say something?
Hannah's an amazing singer, and she plays guitar really well. She's very good at both of those things.
So,
and when she does them together, it sounds very nice.
It's very melodic.
Yes.
Remember, guys, use the hashtag chew it out. See, this
Use the hashtag chew it out. You don't need to say hashtag twice.
this trips me up. I'm like, tweet us at 2D Show.
Just tweet us at 2D Show and use the hashtag.
So you're not
chew it
into
out.
Twitter, are you?
No.
You haven't got one.
I don't do it. I don't get it.
The at sign is how you sort of like, it's like a address. It's how you forward it to someone. It's how you direct it at someone. Like when you put someone's name in Facebook.
Yeah.
Hashtags are almost like categories. So how would you say to use the hashtag chew it out?
I'd say use
Would
the
you
hashtag
say
chew it out.
use the hashtag?
Chew it out. Just say.
But then that doesn't make any
they
sense.
imply if they use
Because you're like,
Twitter.
use the hashtag chew it out.
If anyone has ever lived in 2016, they will know what the words.
I don't know about
hashtag
just
says-
correct grammar.
No, there's no. You're on about fucking hashtagging. There's no correct grammar. You're not.
Fair.
Just hashtag. Just chew it out.
Remember, and for the audio only version, you can go to soundcloud.com/2D Show.
You just said for the audio version, you just did the slash. Really, for the audio version, you don't need to.
No
hand
one
signals.
backslashes. When was the last time you went to www./Google?
Why did you do the hand gesture? You just.
Because I'm still
Yeah,
I'm entertaining both audiences, you wanker.
For the purpose of the audio version, Dover just did say, for the audio version, you can go to soundcloud.com/ and made a hand motion like for the slash.
Would you ever say /?
No, but it's not the word slash you're on about. You did the slash motion.
We're
It's
also
the
on
audio-
camera.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
specifically.
multitasking to both people. If they're listening to this, they already know where our SoundCloud is. This is episode 15.
Good point.
They should know by now.
Hashtag chew it out. What?
Is that your version of dropping the mic and just throwing it? Right, let's go. That was a good one. Guys, that was a good. How do you like your steaks before this starts? So before...
I'm a rare guy.
It's 2 against 1.
I quite like a rare. I wouldn't go blue,
No, blues are a bit
but I'm rare. I sometimes play it safe for the medium rare, just if it's somewhere I've never been before and I don't quite know how they do their steaks.
See, if I
But
find,
more
if
often than not, I just bite the bullet and go
medium.
rare. More often than not, I just bite the bullet and go rare, just so I'm on the rear end of medium rare.
Oh, the rear end.
Whereas Dover is like leather boot.
If you just cook that for another 4 hours, that would be fantastic.
That's what we're up against here. We need to educate this guy.
Oh, he's not going to go down easy.
No, he's not.
You lay here with me, you're shutting down. I smell her on you, I'm focused now. I know what's going on in your head, yeah. I know what's happened here in our bed, yeah. Your phone is buzzing, so pick it up. I know she calling, so what the fuck? I should've known a cheat stays a cheater. So here we are. There goes the alarm, ringing in my head. Like somebody said, don't you trust him, no. Texting from his ex, what did you expect? Now you're lying here, knowing where he goes. Now we gotta get ya, karma is a bitch, yeah. Same way they come, that's the way they go. Now he gotta get ya, rewinding the picture. There goes the alarm and the sirens go. There goes the alarm. I saw it coming, I let it go. My girls would tell me, I told you so. But I was so intrigued by your style, boy. I've always been a sucker for a while, boy. I'm better than this, I know my worth. I might be getting what I deserve, but I ain't sticking around for the rerun. What's done is done. And there goes the alarm, ringing in my head. Like somebody said, don't you trust him, no. Texting from his ex, what did you expect? Now you're lying here, knowing where he goes. Now we gotta get ya, karma is a bitch, yeah. Same way they come, that's the way they go. Now we gotta get ya, rewinding the picture. There goes the alarm and the sirens go. There goes the alarms. Shall we get back home? Now we get back. There goes the alarm. Yeah. Shall we get back home? Now we get back. Yeah. Bang bang, 2 shots fired. Man down, 1 fool, 1 liar. Ring ring, trust gone missing. House on fire, house on fire. Bang bang, 2 shots fired. Man down, 1 fool, 1 liar. Ring ring, trust gone missing. House on fire. And there goes the alarm, ringing in my head. Like somebody said, don't you trust him, no. Texting from his ex, what did you expect? Now you're lying here, knowing where he goes. Now we gotta get ya, karma is a bitch, yeah. Same way they come, that's the way they go. Now we gotta get ya, rewinding the picture. There goes the alarm and the sirens go. There goes the alarm.